Howdy, howdy, fellow movie fans, and welcome back for another edition of the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast, brought to you by PTE Creative. As always, we're your hosts, Evan and Dylan Davies. And this intro is going to be interesting because, legitimately, I have no idea what we're doing on this show. Dylan's leading the way on here, so Dylan, take it away.
So, this is an idea I had probably like 4 or 5 months ago, and we just never got around to doing it. It all started because I found out that John Ford was born on my birthday, so February the 1st.
Okay.
So I was thinking, like, we should do a show. It'll be pretty short, probably like 15 minutes even, of you just go through the people who are born on your birthday, and you have to create a movie just around that. So to do it, you need to pull up IMDb.
Okay.
And
this
then
is gonna be fun.
On the drop-down panel, there's a thing that says like celebrities born today or something like that. And you need to go on there and then filter it so it's just for, in your case, July 5th, and in my case, February 1st.
Okay.
I mean, when you get there.
So...
And make sure when you do change it, you want to change it on the drop down for birthday and not birth date.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Because, I was super surprised to see John Ford was born on my birthday, so I was like, yeah, that's kind of a fun idea to, like, try to cast a movie slash find a movie that you can do with just the people born on that one day.
Alrighty, so I'm doing this right here and right now on the fly. See results. I am very interested to see how this is gonna work. Okay, I got at least one nice hit that we can work with.
I'll pull up. I'll pull up your date as well, just so I can see. Oh, okay. Yours is not as well, you got a couple people that I recognize right away.
I was gonna say we're not screwed, but we're not looking around here doing real well for name recognition or anything like this. Oh, we're solid. We're good. I figured it out.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I guess to begin with, we should probably pick a director. It's probably the best choice to say what kind of movie you're gonna make. And then from there, we can kind of cast it out.
Okay.
So mine, I mean, I have to pick John Ford, right? I mean,
right.
I'm just looking at like other directors, and I don't even see one in the top 20. All of them are actors. Yeah, so I'd pick John Ford for mine.
All right.
And I think that pretty much cements me into either doing a Western or a drama. Like, John Ford's really not much of a comedy person. So I'll just say I'll do a Western with John Ford.
That's more than fair. Oh boy.
And
this is gonna be... Okay, we're good. Okay, so my director here has directed a lot of comedy specials, but has gotten into some more prestige television as he has directed 28 episodes of The Bear. I'll be going with Christopher Storer. So that is at least saving me a bit.
Yeah. So pretty much he could do comedy or like dramedy.
Yeah. And that helps because the one notable person... Yeah, there's some dramedy to it, so then I am also saved because I think I might have one of, if not the best, current actors to help me out in that category as well as my star.
So who's going to be your star?
My star of this film, based on my options, will be Edie Falco. That is who I have to work with.
Okay, so is that your most famous person, you think?
By far. I also can see Pruitt Taylor Vince, who I'm not crazy knowledgeable about. RZA, who's an American rapper who I could work with. We can get
Yeah,
RZA
yeah.
in there.
Well, I see you've Claudia
I
Wells.
was about to say Claudia Wells is in here. I can work with Claudia Wells. That was going to be my next one here. So I got a couple of South Korean actors to work with. I'm looking at, I got to go deep into the well here for some other stuff. So, yeah, looks like we're going with Edie Falco, and I'm gonna say I'm thinking like a travel abroad dramedy, like a finding yourself in later ages
And Eat, Pray,
story.
Love
A little bit, yeah, with Edie Falco as our star. That's what I'm looking at right here, right now.
Well, I also see number 18 on yours is Don Stark, who isn't that Donna's dad in that 70s show?
Yes, he is. Great. Let's throw him in there. I'm gonna say he's gonna be our rich, obnoxious American abroad at a resort that Edie Falco's staying at. That's who I'm thinking it's going to be in this.
So in terms of people I'm working with, in terms of actors, I have Julia Garner,
Okay.
who is kind of like one of the biggest rising stars, I would say, right now.
Yes.
Because she was in Fantastic Four, right?
Yes. Silver Surfer.
And then she's also in Weapons. I got Michael C. Hall, Dexter. Abby Jacobson is from Broad City.
Hell yeah. We love Abby Jacobson.
Pauly Shore. Okay, never mind. I just found it's gotta be Clark Gable. He's definitely the most famous of the actors born on my birthday. So right now I have a Western directed by John Ford starring Clark Gable. I also have Harry Styles.
Okay. That's something.
Brandon Lee.
That's something.
Ronda Rousey.
Hey.
She could be a tough.
That's a great cameo. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, like, what else do we have to? What other criteria are we looking here for what we're doing?
Typically, you would want a love interest and a couple supporting characters.
Okay.
I think mine would be a Western starring Clark Gable, and the villain in it is going to be Michael C. Hall.
Okay.
And then the love interest is hard. Because, like, Julia Garner's not the right age to be a love interest for Clark Gable.
I don't think anybody is in the way that we would think of it in today's context. You'd have to go old school, which then gives you a couple options.
I have Sherilyn Fenn, who I don't think she's even... Oh, okay, she is working nowadays, but she was much more famous back in the 90s.
Okay.
So, just in terms of age, I'll say her. She was in Of Mice and Men, the 90s version of it. Yeah, I don't know why she's so famous and why I know her name, but Twin Peaks she was in.
Okay.
So I'll say she's my love interest, and then I'll have Harry Styles as Clark Gable's son, and his love interest can be Julia Garner.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that works.
You gotta throw just because. One, Ab would kick my ass if I said otherwise, but also I really like her. Gotta have Abby Jacobson somewhere. Gotta have her somewhere in the mix.
Yeah. See, she doesn't fit with a Western, that's the problem.
I think she'd be great, just little spot of humor, working in the bar. Working in the saloon.
Yeah.
Same deal. I think it'd be great to have Michael C. Hall have a heavy like Ronda Rousey. Just let her do...
Yeah, she'll be the. I think Michael C. Hall's his little posse is going to be Ronda Rousey as one of the toughs, Brandon Lee is the other one, and then as the annoying guy, I'm going to have Pauly Shore.
So you're still going to cast Pauly Shore. You're not gonna discount him.
fully knowing that he'll be the annoying person, yes, I'll cast him.
Interesting. That's a bold move. This is Oscar material right here. You at least
Oh
got
yeah.
some crew to work with. Now, I do have a secondary option as a director that I could take, but I think would be going too close to your style here because I have been scrolling down into the 40s and the 50s here for my options. I do have the writer and the director of Dances with Wolves, Michael Blake, as an option as a director, but then I think I'm going too far into the well of Western with you, and I don't think I
Well,
have really anybody to work with cast wise to pull that off. Where I really only need a solitary piece with Edie Falco, and I think she works well in the dramedy department. So we'll keep it with our current guy here.
yeah. Maybe he
Now,
did second unit work or something on Dances with Wolves.
yeah, it's a possibility. Now,
I'm not sure.
the other great part that I have here, we're gonna have Claudia Wells be Edie Falco's on again, off again friend here.
Okay.
So we got kind of a Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants meets dramedy situation with Claudia Wells coming in and out. Maybe she's the one that goes with Don Stark, so that gives Edie Falco some time to go soul searching by herself. However, as a bonus, because I also get
Well, well, I think it's only fair if I'm getting Clark Gable, you can pick uh that person at any age.
yeah, but I want Don Stark
Okay.
now. I want him old.
Okay. Okay.
I want him to be like.
I didn't know if you wanted Claudia Wells like Back to the Future era.
So I thought about that, but I think Edie Falco really works best middle age, slightly older, just because I think not that she ever wasn't talented. She was always extremely talented, but I mean, even in the small clips of The Sopranos I've seen, you have to just be like, God damn, she's good.
Yeah.
But I think she works really well in that middle aged Nurse Jackie style in which the weight of the world is on her and she really brings that energy to it. And that's why I think I'm going to have Claudia Wells in that, and then it's a bit of a comeback for Claudia Wells.
Okay.
And I also like it because also fitting the age department, I'm going to get a hit single out of this because also born on July 5th, helping with the music, I have Huey Lewis. So we're getting
Oh, nice.
so we're getting two Back to the Future references in this movie just by our cast and crew.
Well, I see you actually have, I wouldn't say one of my favorite actors, but definitely like one of the most underrated actors right now, which is Michael Stolberg.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if you've seen him in a ton, but he was in A Serious Man, which is a Coen Brothers movie. He was the dad in Call Me by Your Name. He's like definitely one of the most underrated actors.
Okay. Where are you seeing him? What number is he?
He is number 2,
What?
Michael Stolberg.
Oh, okay. I heard Michael Stahl and I was like, what? I mean, here's the thing. I think we can work. How old is he?
He's like middle aged. He's like a dad, typically.
So I'm thinking that's a nice long-term love interest for Edie Falco here.
There you go. Yeah.
But I'm gonna make him a toxic one because actually she's gonna end up with Huey Lewis at the end, just for some,
Okay.
just for some fun fucking energy. That's what we're gonna go
Yeah.
with here.
And then Huey Lewis can have a scene where he sings, just because it's like not as Huey Lewis, but his character sings out of nowhere.
Yeah, like here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking tone of Up in the Air.
Okay. Yeah.
And I got Edie Falco here, kind of going on a soul search. Let's just say she's recently divorced, or not recently, as in the last couple months, but in the last couple of years, she's been divorced. She's now found her first long-term boyfriend, and that's gonna be Michael Stolberg. And he's constantly coming in and out, and she's going on this soul searching tour around the world, which is how I'm also going to use all my South Korean actors and actresses to help with this.
Okay. Yeah.
A bit of a spiritual journey across the world. Classic white person goes to Asia and finds themselves story here. But we're going to have that, and then she's constantly dotting around different resorts or different places, and she always seems to be on the trail of Huey Lewis. And then she just lives, hey, fuck it. It's time to have some fun. I don't have to be tied down all the time. Michael Stahlberg sucks. It's time to be with Huey Lewis in the news. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I mean, that's the thing is, like, yours can be very broad. If I pick John Ford, it is one tone and one tone only. He only does one tone.
Yeah.
Like, he does not do comedy at all. At least I'm not aware of him doing a comedy ever.
That'd be wild if he did.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of directors were a lot more versatile back then. But John Ford is one that I don't think of as versatile at all.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, I see this as, like, what are those two famous families in the West? Hatfields and
The
McCoys?
Hatfield and
Is
McCoy.
that
Well,
it?
they're actually down in Tennessee, Kentucky area, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Appalachia.
I'll do a Western kind of on that style of, like, family feuds.
Okay.
Where I have Michael C. Hall as the villain, and then Clark Gable as the hero.
Okay, and you got Harry Styles in the mix. You've got
Harry Styles is going to be Clark Gable's son.
You got Julia
And then-
Garner in there. You at least got
as
yourself
the love interest.
You got yourself a marquee. At the very least, you got yourself a marquee. You can get Harry Styles to do a little bit more loving, tender, single to market your movie.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a number one hit simply because it's Harry Styles. Yeah, I mean you got yourself a little movie here.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, there's a couple, like, smaller bit actors I could throw in there. Lisa Marie Presley, let's throw her in there just because she's recognizable.
Musical number in the saloon.
Yeah.
She doesn't sing, but she makes the cameo as Harry Styles does something.
Yeah, I think that's mine.
I like
So now,
I like your inciting incident being in a saloon during a hoedown, you know?
I honestly thought your birthday would have a lot more than mine,
Yeah.
which was funny because it definitely is not that way.
Well, you gotta remember, my birthday, it's really all about when people are doing the deed here. It's all when they be fucking,
That's
right?
true.
So, no, you would think November would be a good time, but apparently not so much.
Apparently not, yeah.
Where apparently May, everyone's fucking like rabbits for you, or late
guess
April,
so.
early May. I will say, this is a fun exercise. We got to do at least one more of these. So, do we want to switch? Pick either pick a random day,
Yeah, just pick random.
or you can pick a person, like a director, just so you know you have someone. But you got to do whatever odd couple that you're brought up with them.
You can do what you want. I'm just going to do a random day.
All
So
right.
I'm going to pick October 20th.
Okay, you're
That's
going
mine.
October 20th. I will go with mine shall be.
Ooh, okay. I got a good one.
All right, I am going to go with Ab's birthday, April 6th, and I'm going to see what I get, and we're going to just go from there.
Okay.
Oh, we're solid. We're good. We're good.
Okay. So who's your director right
All
off
right.
the bat?
So that's the real question. I am going to go with I got a couple of options, but I'm going to go with Barry Levinson. That is going to be our director.
Okay, that's a good pick, yeah.
So Barry Levinson's going to be our director.
My October 20th, mine is Danny Boyle.
Not bad.
And then I have 2 stars that I can pick. I got either Viggo Mortensen or John Krasinski.
I think that's all dependent on what you're doing.
I'm going to go more of a drama route with Danny Boyle. And I'm going to do Viggo Mortensen as the lead.
Okay.
John Krasinski, he can be a bit player in there.
He can play serious. People don't give him credit. He can play serious.
No, yeah, he definitely can. And then I really don't have a good a good love interest or anything. So this is going to be more of a maybe maybe a train spotting esque story where there's really no love interest in there. Um, but listen to this cast all around. I got Viggo Mortensen, John Krasinski, Dan Fogler, who I think is a very underrated actor, um, Jerry Orbach from Law and Order, and then I got let's see, where did he go? I don't know how, but he's listed as the 28th person, Bela Lugosi.
Hell yeah! Gotta have Bela Lugosi.
Yeah. And then as my little bit cameo, I got Snoop Dogg.
I'm just going through just because you're getting some good people deep here.
Oh, and then one more. I have Thomas Newman for the score.
That's solid.
Yeah. And then also I could have a if I wanted a musical cameo, I got Tom Petty.
Hey, it's a hit single.
Yeah, for a random day, that's pretty good.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So I'm going. Barry Levinson is my director. So here's what I have working for me. My cast is pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of movie I've got here. So my top hit is Paul Rudd.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I got Paul Rudd. I got Michael Rooker.
Nice.
Okay, I have Peyton List, who she's younger, but she's been part of Cobra Kai and some other stuff, so I at least have some youth in here. I got John Ratzenberger from Cheers. So
Nice.
I've got a couple old curmudgeons with him and Rooker. I've got Eliza Coupe, who I do like. She's been a lot of different things. Our personal favorite, I believe, would be Future Man. Is fun with her. Zach Braff is a good addition to this cast. If I want to go the Jesus-y route, I can go Candace Cameron Bure is also
Oh,
an
yes,
option.
yes.
But to make sure I get the nerd cred, I also have Billy D. Williams in this movie as
Hey,
well.
there you go. Yeah. I'm
And
just looking at your list, yeah.
and on top of that, I also have, she's deeper in the list as well, but I also have Lauren Ridloff, who she's most famous for Eternals. She's deaf. She played the speedster Makari, I believe, in Eternals. But
I have not seen it.
talented actress. I do like her work. So already I've got half of the Marvel Universe and half of all of Marvel / Disney's famous alumni from their big
Yeah.
properties with Ratzenberger.
If you're picking Barry Levinson, you're almost guaranteed to be doing a dramedy.
Yes. And
That's what he's mostly known for.
yeah, so I'm thinking I kind of like, I hate to say it's similar to my last one here. Paul Rudd's obviously going to be my anchor for everything. But I kind of like everything being centered around a bar, with Ratzenberger being kind of the bar owner.
Sure, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I got
Yeah.
kind of a neighborhood dramedy tale, and I'm going to set it, you know what, let's just have some fun with it. We're going to set it in... Honestly, let's stay close to home. We'll set it in Milwaukee, so then we can play some Bears, Packers stuff there as well. You know, we can use football because Paul Rudd's such a huge Chiefs fan. We can use football to our advantage here and mirror the journey that our beloved Paul Rudd has to go through on this. I kind of like Paul Rudd having Michael Rooker as his like drunk uncle. His parents died, so now the only family he's got left is Michael Rooker, who's just a prick.
That fits. Yeah.
And I kind of like Billy D. Williams being like the wise old sage that's always at the bar with Paul Rudd.
There you go. Yeah.
And they're friends. And then we're going to have Zach Braff as the best friend to Paul Rudd, who's kind of like constantly needling him. And then he can get shit on because he's a Bears fan in Packer territory, so that'll be some fun there. And I'm going to use Lauren Ridloff as our main love interest here for Paul Rudd.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking mine would be Danny Boyle directing almost like an American style of Train Spotting, which is a. It's hard to say it's a drama because there is a lot of comedy in it. It's
Yeah.
dramedy, kinda,
Yeah.
but it's all about Ewan McGregor being a fucking heroin addict. Um, so I would have like that style of where it's just a group of guys just being weird, obnoxious people. So I would have Viggo Mortensen, John Krasinski, Dan Fogler. Jerry Orbach can be like the strict dad of one of them.
Okay.
Um, and then Bela Lugosi, he could play a heel of some sort. I don't know how he's fitting in there, but he's gonna be in there.
I gotta know what you're doing with this cast to give you some more Bela Lugosi, because obviously I know you know Bela Lugosi, but that's far more my territory in comparison to
Well,
you.
because like Train Spotting, technically speaking, doesn't really even have a plot.
No.
It's pretty just meandering.
Even I know that, and I've never seen Trainspotting. I know it just kind of is there.
Yeah. And then, yeah, to round out the like group of the main cast will be Snoop Dogg.
So,
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of Snoop being, I know this is on brand because he's done it 1,000 times, bit of a drug dealer, more of a kingpin.
Oh, yeah.
SoCal, and you got to do some drug running up from Mexico, and you got all those
I guess
guys working with you.
Yeah, I guess it as like the muscle of Snoop Dogg can be Sam Witwer.
Okay. Sam Witwer's also on your list? Okay.
Yeah, he can at least do action, I guess. Even though this isn't going to be an action movie, but
You can have one scene. He can be the comedic
Yeah.
foil there.
yeah, I see this. I just think it's a fun like mental exercise of just picking a day, trying to think of something to do with it.
Well, that's why I thought about the director, because I wanted to see what Tim Burton's was, and then what cast would have to be stuck in a Tim Burton movie, and see if anything
Oh,
works. That's what I was going to do if I had the birthday challenge with Tim Burton, or like James Cameron or a Spielberg. Who does Spielberg have to work with if he just has his birthday?
I'm just gonna look up Tim Burton real quick. Let's see here.
Because that's got to be an interesting one. Now watch, the top one will be like one of his biggest used characters.
August 25th.
Okay.
So we got. Shit. We got. Let's see. Alexander Skarsgård is number 1.
That works!
Tim Burton's number 2. And then from there, okay, you got Blake Lively. You got Sean Connery. Rachel Bilson, who used to be kind of famous.
Yep.
You got Tom Hollander. I really love him.
Yep.
You also have Joe Wright, who's another director. So not much help there, but like honestly, if we both picked August 25th, I would pick Joe Wright. You would pick Tim Burton. You got Simon McBurney, who's like he's like the shit heel MI6 guy in Mission Impossible. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the boss of MI6 there. You got Anthony Heald from Silence of the Lambs, who's the like gross warden of that prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what I'm thinking with this movie, I love Joe Wright being a consultant for historical context, but I'm thinking Sean Connery, Scottish Moors, and the dead come back to life. And I'm thinking like Skyfall, at the end of Skyfall, that really wide open terrain that's beautiful but haunting, with the fog over it all the time. And Sean Connery's just trying to protect his family home at all costs with the Tim Burton tone. And you got Joe Wright getting some historical context to it as well.
I think Simon McBurney as like a weird villain in a Tim Burton movie would actually work perfectly.
Yeah.
That would be really awesome.
I like Tom Hollander being kind of the classic I think Sleepy Hollow-esque, where he's not the true villain, but he's set up to look like the true villain here. For a
Yeah.
Tim Burton movie. I think it's Sleepy Hollow style.
Just real quick, just because I was gonna just pick a random director. I won't pick Spielberg. I'll do David Fincher, I guess. I think
that's a big one. That's a big one.
let's see what we got if I did that. David Fincher directing. My star is Luis Guzman. him, and then co-lead stars Jack Black. Somehow Jack Black is number 3 on the list. Out of
I think it's just because Wednesday is out right now, and Luis is part of Wednesday.
oh, is he in that? Okay.
Yeah. I'm
as
sure
the
if you would
villain,
have looked it up in April, it would have been Jack Black because of the Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah. As the villain, I have real life villain Armie Hammer.
Actual cannibal.
Yep. You got Billy Boyd as a supporting actor.
Hell yeah.
Pippin, always nice to see him. I don't see him ever. Donald O'Connor, who's the co-lead, side. He's like the best friend in Singing in the Rain. I think out of all these, I think My Birthday actually had the best one.
I think it's the best for what you want. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the oddball of Sean Connery and Tim Burton together. That's just that's incredible.
Honestly, I could only see on-set tension there.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it'd be hilarious.
Ain't no way Sean Connery's gonna take direction from Tim Burton.
You don't know.
Especially later, if you had League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Sean Connery, where he just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I'm thinking Never Say Never Again, Sean Connery. Mid-'80s. Sean Connery.
Yeah, what is that, 83?
83, and then I'm thinking we're going to go 2002 Tim Burton, who's been established. He's got Big Fish.
Okay.
He's got a bunch. He got the quirky ones out of the way, and then they started being more whimsical, magical Tim Burton that started working with some real serious actors.
I would love to see a Sean Connery, Dr. No Sean Connery, where, he's not established yet. So, I'd love to see him in a weird-ass fucking Tim Burton movie.
Be fun.
It'd be awesome.
The concept is
it's fun to just pick a random day.
Honestly, this was a genius idea because I had no idea what was coming. You're like, make a movie out of just your birthday. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone can do it. That's the fun part about it.
Yeah. So, at this point, you have a John Ford Western starring Clark Gable, and I have a dramedy with music provided by Huey Lewis and the News. That's really what we have going for us. From the director of The Bear. Yeah. That's what I have going for me here. So, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah. Quick, fun idea.
Yeah, but this has been a fun exercise. I will say that. I'll give you that credit. But put it in the comments. What's your cast and crew here? If you watch this episode or listen to this episode, tell us in the comments who you got to work with. And maybe we'll come back with a supersized episode later on, every once in a blue moon, where we'll just pick 3 days together, and you have to do the best out of 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, or we can do one based off famous weekends in movie history. So Barbenheimer weekend. You have those 3 days to pick from who you got, something of that nature, and have some fun with it. So that'll be a hell of a lot of fun to say it. But Dylan, good idea. I'll give you credit on this one. Good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching and listening wherever you are. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did making it for you, because it's a heck of a lot of fun. And stay tuned for some more episodes as we come through to you every single Saturday. Peace, love, and hugs to y'all. Goodbye.